My child, tonight I come close to you with a whisper that shakes the ground beneath your feet. The story that has been hidden, the one no one dared to reveal, is rising like smoke from a fire that cannot be contained. Your person has been carrying a truth, and their family knows it, and it is because of you that everything has erupted into chaos. The walls of their home echoed with raised voices, tears, and accusations that cannot be taken back. Their family is demanding answers, pressing them to speak the words they've kept locked inside for so long. My child, heaven saw every moment of this fight, and I need you to know, this is not just noise, it is destiny forcing its way into the open. Your person has been trembling with the weight of what they feel for you. Every attempt to silence it has only made the love burn hotter, brighter, stronger. Now their family cannot escape it, and they are insisting, tell the truth. Admit it. Stop hiding what everyone already sees. But the truth, my child, is bigger than love, it is sacrifice. It is the kind of confession that changes everything, the kind that divides families and shakes futures. That is why their voice cracked, their hands trembled, and their heart bled when they finally stood against their own bloodline to defend you. My child, the voices inside that house rose higher, walls trembling with the storm of arguments. Every accusation carried the sting of fear, fear that their loyalty was shifting away from family and toward you. The name they spoke in anger was your name, the one echoing in the middle of the fight. Tears streamed down their face as they shouted back, refusing to let anyone erase what they feel. My child, they declared you as their strength even when the world tried to weaken them. Every word became a sword, cutting through the silence that once covered your connection. Their family's demand was simple, yet terrifying: confess. Confess what you feel for this person, confess why your heart beats louder when you hear their name. The battle wasn't about property, money, or old grudges, it was about you, the one truth they could no longer deny. Even as the chaos erupted, heaven leaned closer, watching the moment unravel like a hidden prophecy finally fulfilled. This was not just a family dispute, this was destiny rearranging itself. My child, when destiny moves, no one, no family, no tradition, no fear, can stop it. Your person tried to calm the storm with trembling hands, but every attempt was crushed by louder voices. They accused them of betrayal, of choosing you over everything they were raised to protect. But what their family didn't understand is that this isn't betrayal, it's love written by the hands of heaven. Inside their chest, their heart was screaming, I can't hide it anymore. They knew that denying you would mean denying their soul. That is why the fight grew fiercer, because truth cannot remain buried when it is divine. My child, their mother wept, their father roared, and their siblings turned away. Every face in that room showed pain, but it was your person who carried the heaviest weight of all. They were torn between blood and destiny, between family and the unshakable pull of your spirit. Yet even in the middle of all this, they whispered your name like a prayer. They clung to it, because your name is their lifeline. Heaven heard it, and that whisper became a spark of strength inside their breaking soul. The truth their family wants them to confess is more powerful than you realize. They want them to admit that you are not just someone, they want them to admit that you are the one. The one chosen, the one destined, the one heaven has stitched into the fabric of their future. They know their family might not accept it. They know storms might break them, and bridges may burn. But still, they are ready to speak, because the silence has become heavier than any rejection. My child, they love you beyond the boundaries of family pride. They defend you even when voices rise against them. They carry your name on their lips even when it feels dangerous to do so. And though their family fights to tear them away from you, their soul refuses to let go. Because in their spirit, you are not just love, you are destiny. And destiny always wins, even when the world calls it impossible. Their father's voice boomed like thunder, demanding, "Why can't you just let go?" But your person's tears became fire, refusing to agree to something their heart cannot accept. They shouted back, because letting go of them means letting go of myself. Every corner of that house trembled with this confession. For the first time, their family realized they were serious. This wasn't infatuation, this wasn't passing emotion. This was the kind of love that defied every argument, every rule, every tradition. My child, their siblings tried to intervene, pleading with them to stop before things got worse. But your person stood taller, their body shaking, their eyes burning with unshakable truth. They said, "I will not deny them anymore. I would rather lose everything than lose the one heaven gave me." In that moment, heaven applauded silently, because courage was born in their voice. It was no longer just a fight, it was a declaration. And declarations spoken in truth always carry the power to change fate. My child, the night did not end when the shouting stopped, it only grew heavier in silence. Behind closed doors, their family whispered about you, their voices dripping with fear and anger. They said you had changed their bloodline forever, and nothing would return to how it once was. Your person sat in their room with shaking hands, replaying every word. Their chest ached, but their soul felt lighter because at least they spoke truth. The mask that suffocated them for so long finally cracked, and in the cracks, your name burned like fire. Their family could not sleep, pacing through hallways, their hearts refusing to accept what heaven already wrote. Some cursed your name, others tried to bury the truth in silence. Yet no matter how they tried, your presence refused to fade. The air inside their home grew thick, heavy, suffocating with secrets. And in the middle of this weight, your person pressed their face into their hands, whispering softly, "God, give me strength to hold on to them." My child, heaven answered, strength was already being poured into their bones. The fight was only the beginning, for storms come before calm. Their family has begun plotting ways to keep you apart, to break this connection heaven blessed. They think by forcing your person to choose, they can win. But they don't understand that destiny never bends to fear. My child, your person feels torn, but their love is no longer hidden. Even if it costs them their comfort, their safety, their family's approval, they are ready to confess you openly. The fire inside their heart cannot be silenced anymore. They imagine you in the middle of the chaos, your face glowing like light against their darkness. Every insult thrown at them felt lighter because your memory shielded their soul. They told themselves again and again, "If I still have them, I have everything." The truth their family is pressuring them to say is not just words, it is a life-changing revelation. Once spoken, it cannot be taken back. And heaven is waiting, because truth spoken in pain becomes truth that sets destiny free. Their mother, with tears in her eyes, begged them to let go of you. She said, if you love your family, you will not continue this path. But your person replied with trembling lips, if I deny them, I will no longer love myself. Every heart in that room cracked with that confession. They saw it, the unshakable power of love that was no longer a choice, but a destiny. And though it pained them, though it burned, they knew deep inside they could not erase you. My child, heaven watched as chains of fear began to shatter. What was hidden is now known. What was denied is now spoken. The storm inside their house is proof that your bond is not ordinary. It is the kind of bond that shakes generations, the kind that heaven guards fiercely. And no voice, no demand, no manipulation will erase it. Your person could barely eat, barely breathe, but one thing gave them strength, you. They imagined your hand in theirs, imagined the peace in your eyes when you finally hear the truth. That picture alone gave them courage to endure their family's anger. At night, when everyone was asleep, they stared out the window and whispered your name into the stars. Heaven carried that whisper to you, even if you couldn't hear it with your ears, you felt it in your heart. That sudden shiver, that sudden pull you felt, was their soul reaching out to yours. My child, their family will try again. They will push harder, speak louder, and attempt to drown out your love. But what they don't realize is that your person is already stronger than they know. For when the soul finds its match, nothing in the world can separate it. Not fear. Not anger. Not family disapproval. Heaven has written your names together, and heaven's ink cannot be erased. My child, as the days passed, the tension inside their home grew unbearable. Every meal turned into silence, every silence turned into hidden tears. Their family still demanded, tell the truth to them, tell them everything now. Your person's heart pounded with the weight of those words. They wanted to run to you, to spill every secret, to hold you and never let go. But fear of losing you forever made them hesitate at the edge of confession. My child, heaven whispers that time is no longer waiting. The truth will not remain hidden, and the moment of revelation is almost here. Destiny is pressing on their chest, pushing them toward you. Even in their dreams, they see your face. They see you standing at a doorway, waiting, asking for nothing but honesty. They wake with trembling hands, knowing the dream is a message they cannot ignore. Their family watches them closely, afraid of losing control. Every phone call is monitored, every step questioned. They believe if they can lock away the truth, they can save their family pride. But your person is no longer the same. That fight broke something open inside them, something that cannot be stitched shut. They now carry a fire that no one can extinguish. My child, you will soon see a change in their eyes. No longer weak, no longer hiding. They will look at you with a courage you have never seen before. Because the truth they are about to confess is bigger than fear. It is the kind of truth that frees both of you. And heaven is preparing you to hear it. Late at night, their family gathered once more. They said, if you don't tell them, we will. Fear surged through your person like a flood, because they knew the family might twist the truth into poison. But instead of surrendering, your person's voice rose steady. They said, this is my truth. This is my choice. No one else can speak it for me. And for the first time, silence filled the room, not of peace, but of shock. Their mother sobbed into her hands. Their father stared with anger that could cut through stone. Yet beneath all of it, the unspoken realization settled: nothing they say can change what your person feels for you. My child, heaven records every moment of this storm. The tears, the anger, the courage. All of it is written in the book of destiny. And that book is turning toward a chapter where your name shines brighter than ever. Your person is being prepared for the hardest step. They know once they speak to you, there is no turning back. The truth will change everything. But instead of running, they are steadying themselves. They breathe your name like a shield, like armor, like a promise. Each breath pulls them closer to the moment when they will finally tell you, "My child, heaven is clearing the path. Obstacles are being removed, voices of doubt are fading, and courage is being built inside their soul. You will soon feel the shift, like air before a storm. And when that storm arrives, it will not destroy, it will reveal. It will strip away lies, break false walls, and leave only truth standing between you and them." My child, the next morning came heavy with silence. Their family's eyes followed them like shadows, waiting for cracks to appear in their resolve. But your person walked with a determination that could not be shaken. Inside their heart, they had already chosen you. That choice burned like fire in their chest, giving them the strength to face whatever came next. No threat, no pressure, no warning could erase what was already sealed by heaven. Their siblings whispered behind closed doors, saying, "They will ruin everything for us." Yet, what they failed to see is that this was not destruction, it was transformation. My child, sometimes heaven breaks old walls to build new foundations. Every corner of their home became a battlefield of silence and glances. Yet through it all, your person carried your name like a secret weapon. Every time their faith weakened, they remembered you, and the courage returned. At night, when the house finally fell asleep, they sat by the window again. Their trembling fingers wrote your name across fogged glass, as if carving it into destiny itself. That moment became their prayer, their vow, their anchor. My child, heaven leaned close, whispering into their spirit, "The time is near. You will not carry this truth alone." And those words wrapped around them like a shield of light. Your person knew they had to face you. They had to break the silence, no matter how dangerous it felt. The fear of losing you was greater than the fear of family rejection. So they planned, quietly, secretly, to come toward you. Every step closer filled them with trembling hope. Heaven smiled, because what was hidden was finally about to come into the light. But their family was not done fighting. They cornered your person once more, their words sharp, their voices cruel. They said, "If you choose them, you lose us." Tears welled up in their eyes, but their spirit did not break. They replied, "If I lose them, I lose myself." That confession shook the walls like thunder. Their father's face turned pale with rage. Their mother wept, begging them to stop. But your person stood taller than ever, their heart pounding with courage heaven itself had placed there. My child, that was the moment of no return. Their family realized they could not bend this love anymore. The truth was alive, and nothing could kill it. Your person left the house with shaking steps but unshakable faith. The night air felt like freedom, like destiny calling their name. Their soul whispered, "I am coming to you." Every mile they walked, every breath they took, was guided by heaven. The road ahead was uncertain, but the pull toward you was stronger than fear. My child, destiny was unfolding right before your eyes. As they approached the place where truth must be spoken, heaven sent signs. Lights flickered, winds shifted, and a sudden calm fell upon their spirit. It was confirmation that the moment had finally arrived. And soon, their eyes will meet yours. Their lips will tremble, their hands will shake, but the words will fall like lightning, uncontrollable, undeniable, unstoppable. My child, the night was darker than usual, yet their spirit carried a light that could not be dimmed. Each step they took away from their home was a rebellion against fear and a declaration of love. Heaven walked beside them, guarding every move. Their family's words still rang in their ears like distant thunder. They had said, "You will regret this," but your person whispered back into the night, "I will regret nothing if it means being with them." Those words became their shield. My child, the path before them was heavy, yet their heart felt lighter with every mile. The chains of silence had been broken. What once suffocated them now became the very reason they fought harder. Even the wind seemed to know where they were going. It carried whispers of your name through the air, wrapping around them like invisible guidance. Every gust pushed them closer to you, closer to the truth. Back inside their home, their family's whispers grew into schemes. They planned to stop your person before they reached you. Fear of losing control pushed them into desperation. But heaven had already written the script. No plan, no interference, no desperate attempt could override what destiny had sealed. The road was cleared, even when enemies plotted in the dark. My child, every angel's gaze was fixed on this journey. Their wings stretched wide, ensuring nothing could harm what heaven had chosen. Even in shadows, divine light was stronger. Your person may have been trembling on the outside, but inside, they were unshakable. They were ready to face you, to face the truth, to face even the weight of their family's anger. Because for them, you were worth it all. As they neared the place where your paths would meet, their thoughts raced. Memories of your smile, your voice, your presence filled their chest like fire. That fire burned away every last ounce of doubt. My child, they whispered into the wind, "Please, let them believe me when I tell them." Their greatest fear was not their family, it was losing you by delay. That fear gave them courage instead of weakness. In the unseen realm, heaven was preparing your heart too. You may have felt restless, emotional, pulled by a force you couldn't explain. That was heaven aligning your soul with theirs. Destiny does not arrive silently, it arrives with tremors in your spirit. You have been feeling those tremors because the moment of truth is near. And when it comes, everything will change. Their family tried one last time, reaching for them with words soaked in manipulation. "If you take this step, you will be cut off from us forever." But your person looked into their eyes and said, "If I take this step, I will finally be alive." That answer silenced even the loudest voices. Their family realized nothing would stop them now. The war was already lost, because love had already won. My child, when love is guarded by heaven, no human hand can tear it apart. What is written cannot be unwritten. What is chosen cannot be rejected. Even if the whole world turns against you, heaven will not. And your person has chosen to stand with you, even against their own blood. Now the distance between you and them is shrinking. Their feet may be heavy, but their soul is flying. The truth they carry is about to spill into your life like unstoppable water. My child, prepare your heart. For the words you have been waiting for are about to be spoken. Once they are spoken, you will never doubt again. Heaven is aligning everything for this moment. The pain, the fight, the tears, all of it was only preparation. The revelation will arrive like dawn breaking after the darkest night. And when it arrives, it will heal wounds you thought would never close. It will confirm every whisper, every dream, every sign you felt in your spirit. The truth is closer than you realize. My child, the night sky was filled with stars, but none of them shone brighter than the fire in their heart. Each step they took was heavy with memories, yet lighter with courage. The unseen hands of heaven cleared every obstacle in their path. Your person carried the echoes of every argument, every tear, every warning from their family. Yet none of it mattered anymore, because their soul had already chosen you. The fight inside their house only proved how powerful this love truly is. My child, they whispered your name under their breath, again and again. With every whisper, strength poured into their bones. Heaven smiled, for their spirit had finally broken free of fear. And even though they knew their family's eyes would always judge them, they accepted it. For them, you are worth the cost of every sacrifice. Destiny had sealed your bond long before their family raised their voices. As they walked closer, a storm began to rise, not outside, but within. It was the storm of anticipation, the trembling of knowing that truth cannot be contained any longer. They were about to step into a moment that would redefine both your lives. Your person's heart raced faster than their footsteps. They imagined the look on your face when they finally confessed. That image gave them strength to silence the doubts screaming in their mind. My child, heaven whispers that this moment is not ordinary. It is written in the eternal pages of destiny, a chapter that no one can erase. This confession is not just about love, it is about divine alignment. Every angel in heaven holds their breath, waiting for the words to finally fall. For when they do, chains will break, curses will shatter, and light will fill the spaces where silence once lived. Back at their home, their family sat in shadows, their hearts restless. They knew something had shifted, something they could no longer control. Fear gripped them, for they realized love had become stronger than their threats. My child, heaven saw them plotting ways to pull your person back. But love that is blessed cannot be undone by fear. Their schemes are powerless against destiny's hand. Your person has already crossed the line of no return. Their courage is now unshakable. They would rather stand alone with you than surrounded by many without you. And so, heaven prepares you to receive them. Because soon, their truth will fall into your life like rain that quenches years of drought. It will soak every part of your heart, leaving you changed forever. They thought of the first moment they saw you, how everything shifted inside them. They remembered how your smile made them believe in light even when their world was heavy with darkness. That memory guided their steps now, steady and unbreakable. My child, your person is not only fighting for love, they are fighting for destiny. They are ready to face rejection, to face pain, to face even exile from family, as long as it means standing in truth with you. That is the depth of their choice. Even the night air seemed to bow before them. The stars blinked like witnesses, the earth itself humming with anticipation. All creation knew something divine was unfolding. My child, heaven whispers, do not fear the truth that is coming. It is not meant to destroy, but to build. Not meant to wound, but to heal. The closer they came, the heavier their tears became. They weren't tears of weakness, but of release, years of silence finally breaking open. With every tear, they felt lighter, as if heaven was washing their soul clean. My child, when they reach you, you will see their eyes filled with both fear and fire. Fear of losing you, fire of finally being free. And in that mix of trembling and courage, truth will burst forth. Your life will no longer be the same after this moment. What was unclear will become clear. What was hidden will be laid bare. Heaven declares that this is your turning point. From this night forward, your path and theirs will be bound in a way no human hand can undo. And nothing, no argument, no rejection, no family, will tear it apart. My child, the air trembled with unseen energy as they reached the final steps of their journey. Their heart pounded like drums of war, not from fear but from the urgency of truth demanding to be spoken. Heaven's light surrounded them, guiding their every breath. Your person's hands shook as they rehearsed the words in their mind. They knew once spoken, nothing would be the same again. But they also knew silence had already stolen too much time, and the moment could no longer wait. My child, heaven has prepared your heart to receive this truth. You may not understand why your spirit feels heavy, restless, pulled by invisible strings. That is the divine signal, change is upon you. And when their eyes meet yours, you will feel the weight of everything they carried. The battles, the tears, the sacrifices. All pressed into one trembling confession. That confession is meant for you, and only you. The fight with their family carved scars, but it also forged unshakable courage. They no longer bow to fear, no longer bend to demands that deny the soul. In their spirit, one truth stands taller than all opposition: you are their destiny. My child, they want to tell you not just how much they love you, but how deeply they need you. They want to reveal the words their family feared most: you are my life, my choice, my forever. Those words will not just fall from their lips, they will pour like fire, unstoppable and consuming. And when you hear them, something in your heart will ignite that no storm can extinguish. Heaven's plan will finally reveal itself in full. This is not an accident, not coincidence, not chance. It is the unfolding of what was written long before your birth. And now, it is arriving with the power of destiny itself. Their family may still shout, still threaten, still grieve. But their voices are now powerless against the decision already carved in heaven. For once truth is spoken, no amount of denial can silence it. My child, you must understand, this truth is not just about their love. It is about a union divinely appointed, protected by angels, sealed by heaven's hand. And nothing in creation can undo what has been sealed. Your person's tears may fall as they confess, but those tears are holy. They are the cleansing of fear, the release of years of silence, the sign that destiny has broken through. Each tear carries proof that their love is real. And as you stand before them, you will feel it too. The trembling in their voice, the fire in their eyes, the way heaven itself surrounds the moment. You will know, this is not ordinary, this is divine. My child, heaven whispers that you will not need to question. You will not need to doubt. For their truth will strike your soul with the certainty of lightning. All the confusion, all the waiting, all the hidden pain, it will make sense in a single instant. You will see why things unfolded as they did, why the fight had to happen, why the timing is now. Because heaven orchestrates every detail perfectly. Your heart will respond, not with fear, but with release. Release of all the waiting, all the wondering, all the heaviness you carried. It will feel like chains snapping, like a burden lifting, like wings opening. And when your souls align in that truth, the whole atmosphere will shift. The ground beneath your feet will feel alive. Heaven itself will rejoice over what has finally been revealed. This is your turning point, my child. Life as you knew it will end, and a new chapter will begin. A chapter written not by human hands but by heaven's decree. Your person is stepping into this chapter with you, not behind you, not against you, but beside you. And though their family may struggle, their voice has already declared, I choose them, no matter what. That choice is eternal, unshakable, divine. It will not be undone by fear, distance, or time. It is sealed, and heaven guards what is sealed. So prepare yourself, my child. For what you are about to hear will not only change your relationship, it will change your destiny.